Today we're going to start with some basics. So you'll see a lot of the materials that I use from day to day. I have some silicone mixing cups in different sizes. You'll see why in a little bit. I even have this bigger one here depending on what I'm pouring. We have our silicone molds. You'll see why the silicone is important later. I have Plaster of Paris to my left, and I have a measuring cup I keep in there all the time because I don't want this to ever get wet. And I have some glass cleaner, some rubbing alcohol, and some cold water. And you're going to see what we're going to do with all of that. So I used these molds earlier and cleaned them out. So I'm just going to start by setting my molds out because I want them to be ready to rock and roll when my plaster is setting. So I have some summer themed ones here that someone requested, and I also have some letters. I've been working on a lot of custom name designs as well. So I'm just double checking there's no dry plaster in my molds before I begin. And when you mix Plaster of Paris, there's a lot of people have opinions on, do you mix 2 to 1? Do you do 1 to 1? I've tried them all. I'm also an art teacher, so I have a lot of experience using this material. And for me, the best mixture is 2 to 1, and sometimes a little extra water depending when you're mixing it, because it's not always precise. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't always make sure I measure up to 100 ml each time. So it's eyeballing now that I've been doing it more and more. If you want to be super precise, you can even use a food scale. Some people do that to make sure that they have everything the way they want it. So how are we going to begin? We're going to start by using our super cold water. I'm going to pour it into this 100 ml silicone cup. And I'm going probably a little bit above that measurement, but that's okay because I know what I'm going to do with this. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead, and I got one little floater there. You should clean the cups out every time, but it's okay if you are gonna keep working, and just make sure you don't have any like big chunks in there. So the next thing I'm gonna do is grab my Plaster of Paris. Now there's all different kinds out there. This is like the DAP brand, which is a basic one. You can get it all over. You can even get huge bags of it at Home Depot. And I'm going to go ahead and start to slowly add that in. One of the biggest mistakes I think that I see people having is that they're actually pouring it in all at once, like big dumps. And what you want to do is actually let it kind of like island and pool on top like you see there. So I'm going to keep going here. A little bit at a time. Good. Now I'm going to let it sink. And then once it's all sunk, I'm going to start swirling and mixing together. You can actually mix, I wouldn't go super fast like you're whisking eggs, but you can mix pretty decent speed, especially if you do that slow pour. Now that feels nice and smooth. I don't have anything clumping up. I'm gonna get another scoop. My stirrer is silicone as well. I've used craft sticks, whatever I've had around, but the silicone ones are great because you can get the plaster off after it's dry. And I'm going to slowly let this cup island in as well. So I think the key to this is that you're patient, because a lot of people are not patient. And I think that's where a lot of people are having clumping issues. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep letting that island on top. I might even start stirring now because it is going to start to solidify more and more. So it still feels good here. You want it to kind of feel like pancake batter when you're done. Let that island on top. Notice could have just dumped and continued to mix and let it just go more and more. And it is starting to clump a little bit now that I'm getting a little further into my time, but that's okay because I'm going to mix it really, really well. And it happens. You're not going to avoid all clumping. I like to kind of use the sides, get anything that's stuck off, just like when you're baking a cake. And I'm going to keep spinning, and now my clumps are gone. I had a little plaster left, so I'm going to go ahead and just use it. Let that island on top for a minute. You'll see it's much slower going down now. So go ahead, let that mix in. You'll notice that there are some bubbles in my mixture, so let's talk about that. I'm going to stop stirring. I'm going to move my silicone stick over here. Just let it rest. Here's the magic. So you don't want bubbles in it because when it dries, it's more likely to have a bubble as well. So I'm going to spritz it with my rubbing alcohol, and you can see the bubbles basically instantly disappear, which is so cool. And I'm just wiping this out because it got a little plaster powder in there. I usually don't mix this close together, but I was trying to make sure you guys could see everything I'm doing. Tap, tap. Okay, good to go. The other thing I like to do is spray my molds with window cleaner. Windex is great. This is actually the Method brand. I got it at Target. It works just as well. It's what I had today in my house, so that's what I decided to use. I have Windex down in the basement too, in my studio, but this is what I have up here. And I use a generous amount, and it's not like a stream, it's a spritz. You want to make sure it's a spritz. And notice I still have this here, and I'm going to give it one more swirl. You'll see my bubbles aren't coming back. But if they do, I will definitely go ahead and spritz this with the rubbing alcohol one more time. And I will anyway, just for fun. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can watch me pour.